Hi, good evening, guys. Edgar and Lizo. Edgar, yeah, tough day again. You guys were so close, but in the end, yet so far. How do you feel at the moment?
No, greatly disappointed, Ashfaq. I think there's a lot of things that we could have done better. We should have done better, but we definitely didn't do enough of it, Ashfaq. And for us to be in this dog fight, yeah, I mean, it was really a making of our own mistakes, some of the most elementary mistakes in some of those areas.
I mean, you guys did so well to get back into the lead, and I think it was 21-13 or something. It was looking good again, but then just every time you get into the 22, there's a knock on, or the line out isn't caught, or something at the breakdown. Just must have been so frustrating.
No, it's absolutely frustrating, Ashfaq, to tell you the least. It's one of those moments where, as a coach, you're 13-21 up, there's 2 minutes to play. We get a scrum right underneath the post in our half, and the scrum disintegrates. They get the ball out, they get a penalty, they score. The score's 20-21 into halftime, Ashfaq.
Lizo, just from your side on the pitch, as I said, you had some good moments as well, but then just the bad moments really brought you guys down.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're our own worst enemy there. Discipline is a big thing. It's a big thing. We're giving away a lot of penalties, and that's that's us as players. We need to be more disciplined because we're really letting ourselves down there. But I do think that we've now been on this road before. When I got to the Bulls, where it was really tough, and I feel it's time to do all the things that we said we are when things were good. We said we are family, so we are gonna have to stick together now. It's easy to just point fingers here and there, that guy, then you just go deeper into a hole. But I think now we said we are resilient, so we have to be resilient, and I think that's what's gonna get us out, just pulling tighter and make sure that there's continuous improvement. And and just look in the mirror as well and take some responsibility, and because those things are not coaching mistakes, it's us as players. If you give too many penalties, last week was the same thing. So we really have to look at ourselves and be hard on ourselves, because that really hurts.
I can just imagine. You're speaking about the penalties and that, and obviously that also comes due to pressure from the Griffons. So that's why I'd like to concentrate a bit on when you guys got penalties and got into the 22, and then those mistakes came through. Is there something that you can pinpoint what caused? Because it wasn't once or twice; it was like 5-6 times.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have every guy making a mistake as well. The error rate is too high as well. So you just keep releasing the pressure. You're in there 22, this guy makes a mistake, sorry, my mistake, this guy makes a mistake, my mistake. So you're releasing pressure basically, and you have control. It's fixable things, but at the moment they really costing us. I feel we really our own worst enemy there, because you get a penalty in there 22, then you knock the ball on or whatever, then you release the pressure again, and then that gives energy to the opposition. So I feel we're letting ourselves down. The error rate, penalty count is too high. Can't win at this level with the penalty count and error rate that high.
Edgar, were there anything that you were pleased with, that you thought you guys did well?
I think there were moments. I think really for one of the, I think it was nice. I was pleased to see that we could put the same team together. Ashfaq, I think that's one thing, to be honest, a similar team, to be honest. I also was pleased with some of those transitional moments. I think our counter-attack was exceptional at times in terms of coming back, especially against the win in the first half. Some of the one try in the corner, outstanding try in terms of counter-attack. There's a couple of really good moments from a defensive point of view. There's a couple of good moments, but just not consistent enough, and not many good moments consequentially or consecutively as well, Ashfaq. That's where it lets us down. We do one thing good, or you do two things well, and then you're back again, you do one thing good, and then, so we need to build in terms of doing good things, a positive and another positive, and building sequence or consecutive consecutive positives, Ashfaq.
Yeah, I hear you, Edgar. And also just in terms of the defense, I know the guys tried really hard because Griffons came wave after wave of attack and you kept them out until eventually the wall broke. You know, is there anything different perhaps breakdown? I know there were a lot of penalties and you know, you don't want to point fingers at the referees and blame the referees, but maybe some calls went against you, but you know, you've also got to make your own luck as well.
No, that's a CURRIE CUP, Ashfaq. I think that's the level of this competition in South Africa. I think that we're all starting to see really the quality, and some of these players have to understand that hard enough. Most of them haven't played long enough, or most of them haven't played at a big enough stage for over years. So a lot of them, Ashfaq, are guys that are making errors. Really some poor stuff that are playing in a CURRIE CUP or playing in a CURRIE CUP level for the first time. Jan Hendrik playing CURRIE CUP for the first time. Ludwig playing 4-5 games CURRIE CUP, senior CURRIE CUP for the first time. Franco Knutse playing CURRIE CUP for the first time, senior rugby. Adrian Hubert, Kabelo Mokoena, all of these boys are all playing really rugby for the first time in terms of consecutively and playing at a senior level, Ashfaq. So I'm proud of them in the fact that they are competing, but we're not really here to compete in terms of as a blue ball. So yeah, I think we've just got to get better. Too many errors, Ashfaq.
Just finally, Edgar, what do you think needs to happen now going forward? Do you think the guys just need some time away perhaps and like Lizo said now, look in the mirror and think about things? Or is it something that you think you guys, you as the players and the coaching group maybe can do differently heading into the next game?
No, Ashfaq, first and foremost, we definitely will have to look. We will have to look and search through our process to see where we might be missing things. Because clearly, if we think our prep is good and the score doesn't reflect our preparation, we'll have to look at that. But I don't think it's necessarily us going away. It's us really looking monomaniacally and looking really critically into our processes, into what we do, into how we can even improve the players, Ashfaq.
Just final one, because I just want to say it doesn't get any easier as Griffons away next Friday. You know, so am I correct? Yes, 7th of April. Griffons at Loftus, sorry. Griffons at Loftus. I know the years or the Champions Cup squad will be back home as well, but yeah, still a lot of not lessons, but maybe, you know, things to think about before that game.
Ashfaq, I'm learning a lot as a coach, to be honest with you. I'm learning a lot about what not to do, about what to do, about how to prepare a team, not to prepare a team. And it's definitely not getting easier. There's no rest weekends where you think you can. Even this weekend, I think we're really prepared for the Griffons well enough. And sometimes that's not enough. And we've got to constantly search and look for the 1%, for what really can get us the critical W, get us the critical advantages within the game. And Griffons have done really well as well, and have done well. I think they've won one game so far, if I'm correct, Ashfaq. And so the competition is also difficult for them, and it's really two teams that are both difficult, really, in a difficult moment. So looking forward to that challenge as well, Ashfaq.
Thank you. I see Nathan's got his hand up. Lunga.
Yeah. Thanks, Ashfaq. Nathan.
Thank you, Lunga. Edgar, my apologies in advance. I was waiting in the waiting room for quite a while. I'm not sure if these were asked already, but hopefully you can answer my questions, please. With the Bulls CURRIE CUP side losing all the games, Jake White's outfit, Lauren Foreman, Turks being relegated to Varsity Shield, is it fair to say things aren't looking good at the moment in Pretoria?
No, Nathan, I think, as you all know, sport is cyclic in its nature. We had every single trophy at Loftus. Maybe, I think probably last year we had every single trophy in Loftus in South Africa. It's definitely not a good time at the moment. It's definitely not a prosperous time. Not a good time. It's not a prosperous time at the moment. But it's moments like these we find and we develop the next players. It's moments like these we find and we develop resilience, strength, and we find a way to move forward, Nathan, because we definitely are checking every single avenue, every single place. But I mean, to say that it's a difficult time in Pretoria, definitely it is difficult, but I don't think we're that far off to have won every single competition last year, Nathan.
Edgar, as a journeyman yourself and experienced this in some period in your playing career, what could be done to ensure that Pretoria rugby again is revived as a respected rugby region?
No, we've got to go through this, Nathan, and also we've also got to understand that there's been a massive amount of exodus in terms of players within the Pretoria region based on the success of what we've done over the last years. I mean, you look at the Griffons. 70% of the team was the Bulls under 21s, Bulls, Tuks, all of them Tuks players. If you look at the Pumas, all of them are all Bulls under 23 players, also have left Tuks. A lot of them come through the Tuks and through the Blue Bull system. And I think our system has let go of some of those players that were just too young for the system. And unfortunately, that's where they're meant to be playing CURRIE Cup. Now they're playing for different teams, Nathan. But we come back strong. It's not the first time this has happened. I've been a journeyman, as you've said, and I understand that it doesn't rain forever. Sooner or later, the sun has to come out.
Final question for this for Lizo. On a player's perspective, may you please answer the question in its close and English, please, for content purposes. Lizo Gqoboka, where to from you as a union, in a player's point of view, and as a leader within the Bulls ranks?
Mntakwethu ndiyabulela kakhulu. Into ebalulekileyo kakhulu ngoku is continuous improvement, senze sure ukuba iveki neveki siyasebenza nzima, ukuba siyiguqule lento, ukubana sibambane kakhulu, siqine as a team and sihlale si positive, singabi negative. Kodwa funeka sijonge esipilini, yabona, sibone ukuba zintoni esizenza wrong thina, zintoni esingakhula kuzo as individuals and also as iqembu. Inzima kakhulu, kodwa ke ithemba likhona ukubana xa siqhubeka nyhani sizijonge esipilini, si-improve, impumelelo izoza.